My name is Alison Olsen. I'm a professional flute player in Utah. We're here at Summer Haze Music Center in Murray, Utah. We're going to be helping you develop some tips and tricks to become a better flute player. Now we're going to talk about how to get a better flute tone. So to develop a good flute tone, let's start from the basics. So take your head joint off of your flute and just try and master getting a good sound on just your head joint. The way I like to get a good tone is by spitting rice. So what you'll do is get a little kernel of rice and just stick it on the tip of your tongue, and then you'll spit it between your lips. So it'll be like, so you'll get more air going, and that will be better than trying to just blow air with no tongue. It will get a very distinct, clear start to the sound. So it'll sound like this. It has a very clear beginning and a very clear end. And then you can play around with a good position of the head joint on your face. Everybody's embouchure is different, so where is best for me will be not what's best for you necessarily, because we're all different. So what I like to do is I call it finding the sweet spot. So you'll roll in and out with your head joint side to side until you find the very best spot for you. So like this. So that's my sweet spot. So then you have to practice finding the sweet spot in the same spot every time. So you'll practice putting your head joint down and head joint up and finding the sweet spot. I found it that time. And then you'll try and play in the higher octave. There's 2 octaves on the head joint. So the higher octave, you'll spit faster air and find the sweet spot at the same time. So once you've mastered playing on the head joint, then you can put the whole flute together and try and get the same great tone in the sweet spot with the whole flute put together. So you can play around with it, watch in the mirror and see where your embouchure is naturally. It might be a little bit off to the side, it might be a little off to the right. You never know. So if you watch in the mirror, then you'll know exactly where your embouchure is. Another great thing I love to do when developing a flute tone is to practice harmonics. So I'll start with playing a low E, and I'll overblow that note to get to a B. And I'll go between the real fingering of E and the harmonic fingering of B. So it focuses your embouchure and helps you find that higher note. So it'll be like this. So playing harmonics is a great way to develop your embouchure, and it helps you get a really great tone. I'm Alison Olsen here at Summer Haze Music, and we've just talked about how to develop your flute tone.